always like to know that you're alive and well. Last time we interviewed you, you were talking about how you were, defending the Ukrainian parliament in Kyiv when you were under fire with holding your weapon. And always good to see you alive and well. In a suit, safe and well. It's very, very important to us.
I'm also happy.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
You're back in the UK. I know you're going off to the States as well. What's the purpose of your visit?
Just the same purpose. We need to win, and we need to build this coalition around Ukraine, and that is important. That is weaponry, that is sanctions against Russia. So the same aims, the same topics. Now, what is very important is the situation in the Black Sea, blockade of which makes suffering, millions of people in the world. Yeah. This artificial famine organized by Russia, by Putin, is so awful, and also this is a very important topic.
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking about the cost of living crisis here. We see what's happened in Sri Lanka with protests and around the world, and many of our poorest countries around the world really suffering.
Just imagine Egypt, more than 100 million population country, it is dependent on 80% on Ukrainian and Russian wheat to combine.
And that's just sitting in silos in Odessa. And we know there's efforts and negotiations to try and get that out. But we know, no doubt at all, that Russia is using this, as it does with its energy supplies, cutting off the Nord Stream gas to Germany. They are using this as a weapon of war. There is nothing the Russians won't use as a weapon of war. Are you concerned in Ukraine, and I'm feeling I know the answer to this, that as, the energy issues the cost of living hits, difficulty, and a lot of governments being brought down by these issues, that actually this alliance, the Western alliance supporting Ukraine, will gradually fall away?
No, I think that the world will stay with us, and that's why I'm here, just to explain people that is the only way back to normality is the victory of Ukraine. Because just imagine, if Ukraine would lose, it will mean just a bigger war, just closer to the United Kingdom, because it will be in Baltic states.
Russia
in Poland.
Will not stop.
They're not going to stop. They're showing that, saying it openly. Absolutely. They're not hiding
they told us. They basically told us they were going to invade Ukraine, and everyone said, "Oh, what a surprise!" So they're telling us what they.
Absolutely, they're absolutely clear. They say after Ukraine there will be Baltic states, then Poland, then we will take London. They are saying that, and they are reminding that Berlin 33 years ago was divided in two. Paris, they said, we took it in 1814. So, they're not going to stop in any way. Stalemate means the worsening of all crises, but just every day. Food crisis, energy, refugee, ecological threats, everything.
So when people are saying, look, we should be focusing on the economic crisis that we've got, actually, it's not going to be solved.
It will be worsened. It will be worsened, and much worsened. Just one example to you. One of our who is viewers today, or listeners, will go to pub this evening and will take fish and chips. You've got
my listeners and viewers down to a T, by the way.
Sunflower oil on which it's fried is from Ukraine.
Yeah.
He or she will take beer. It is made from barley from Ukraine. And everything is connected in this world. And if Russia will not be stopped, if international order will not be restored and international law will not be respected, the economical things will get worse and worse every day, and much worse.
Yeah. And this alliance that we've had in the West, a lot of it has been pushed by Boris Johnson. He is still Prime Minister of this country, but he will be leaving on the 5th of September when a new Tory leader is elected. What are your thoughts on him being ousted from office?
I'm very thankful for him, and I just want to say God bless Boris, and thank you very much for everything he did as a Prime Minister.
He's played a crucial role, hasn't he?
Absolutely, and he showed leadership. That was very important. I'm absolutely sure that whoever will be Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, the UK will be with Ukraine and supporting us, because UK people are supporting Ukraine, UK society is supporting Ukraine. But Boris also showed leadership, and I hope very much that new Prime Minister, new leader of Conservative Party, will also show leadership. That is so important.
And in terms of where we are with the war, everything's focused on the Donbass region, but we are seeing, small but nevertheless continuing victories for the Russian forces. Have you now, Ukraine, got the supply of long-range missiles and hardware that you need? You've got the men. You've got the conviction, you're fighting for your lives, fighting for your country, but Russia has been, they've outblasting you with hardware. Have you now got the weaponry you need from the West?
Just one number, they are using every day 60,000 shells and missiles against Ukraine. 60,000, just imagine this number. Yes, they're still advancing in the east, but we stopped them in the south. We're counterattacking them in the south. We liberated Serpent Island. We're pushing them back to Kherson. So we can't say that they have victories. They are advancing in east, and we can't stop them for the moment. But on other theaters, we are quite successful. And if and when we will receive more weaponry from the West, from the free world, like Churchill said, give us tools and we'll finish the work. We just need it, because we don't ask for boots on the ground. We don't ask for pilots in the sky, but just we ask for weaponry. And there are some strange things. For example, today we are said, we can give you drones, but not fighters. We can give you armored vehicles, but not tanks. We will give you long-range missile systems like HIMARSes, but we will not give you the missiles, long-range missiles to these systems. I mean,
these are semantics, isn't it?
It's a little bit, yes, it's a little bit strange, because without this, we can finish it. And when we are not finishing it, it lasts and lasts and lasts, and the crises are worsening.
And we remember that extraordinary line from your President Zelensky, if Russia stops fighting, there is no war. If Ukraine stops fighting, there is no Ukraine. And of course, everyone expects that we will, at some point, go to talks. And this is going to end with talks. Is there anything that you're willing to give up in terms of your territory, anywhere in the Donbass region, Crimea, Snake Island, we've heard so much about, that you're willing to give up to end this war?
No, we are not going to give up any of our territory, any inch of our territory, but it can be restored in stages. So first we need Russians to retreat from the territories they occupied after February 24. After this, we can have negotiations about how and when we will restore our control over our other territories. So if Russia will be successful in any way, if they would take any inch of Ukrainian territory, that will mean that other aggressors in other parts of the world will be happy about this and can do the same.
Indeed. Well, look, you've been speaking to us, I mean, sometimes once a week throughout this war, and I think it's really important we don't take our eye off the ball, even when we've got things like a Tory leadership contest going on here. So we welcome you, and I know my listeners, my viewers, very much behind you. I'm very, very touched. You arrived in the studio this morning with a gift for me. I haven't opened it yet. Here it is. I'll open it on air and find out what it is.
Because I'm also very thankful to Talk TV, to you personally, for all covering that you are doing, and that's important.
We're armchair generals. We're not doing the actual fighting. Oh my God, this is a bracelet. It's with black wearing, but it's got
it's from a bullets.
These
it's
are
from a bullets which were fired on the front line. And now we are making such things for special people like you. I'm
incredibly honoured. Thank you very, very much indeed.
Thank you very much.
Well, look, I hope we will see you again. And I hope next time I see you, we're having a conversation about how we're going to be rebuilding Ukraine, and it's all over. We will keep our fingers crossed, and I think we'll keep on sending the aid that we need to send to keep democracy alive in your country.
Thank you very much.
Absolute pleasure and honour. I'm so grateful. That's very, very kind.